Some people like it, some people hate it, but today it's going to stay on the stormy side, a good amount of cloud cover. At least it's not going to be brutally hot. With that being said, showers and thunderstorms are ongoing. Not all of us will get wet today, but the potential is there. It's a 20% chance in Reno, and we've already had some showers pop up since this morning, and we still have a chance this afternoon as well. With any storms that do develop, we can't rule out some small hail, some gusty winds, frequent lightning, which could lead to some fire starts, as well as some small that are localized heavy downpours. The flash flooding threat is there, but it's pretty small in the Truckee Meadows, so the threat is low. This is just for the Reno area. It will be different further south, so throughout the entire state the impact is going to vary. Further south in green, we do have a flood watch up, and it goes through 8 p.m. for anyone in green, anywhere from Mono County, Mineral County, as well as southern Lyon County, and this goes through 8 p.m. Up to the north, not as much of a concern, but in terms of the excessive rain outlook, in yellow would be a slight risk and green would be a marginal risk. And green is a marginal risk, and that would mean there's a 5% chance within 25 miles to the right of a location or a point. And in yellow is a slight risk, and that would be a 15% chance. So it's mainly over burn scars that we're watching. And again, the threat is higher further south. I got to say, though, with the clouds and the rain, it does make it feel a lot cooler. Anywhere basically along and south of I-80 could see a thunderstorm today, as well as just your typical rain showers with some embedded thunder and lightning. And so Reno is pretty much right on that cutoff and right along I-80. A better chance further south. That's where we have more moisture to work with. But here's a look at our radar right now. You can see scattered showers and thunderstorms, so not all of us are going to get wet today. Usually the rain holds off until this afternoon, but we're getting a couple different rounds, and we're seeing some of it already. And so you can see scattered showers and thunderstorms here anywhere from Mono County. You can see some pretty small rain cores here. These storms aren't incredibly strong. A lot of it depends on if we can get rid of the cloud cover, but you can see some occasional lightning, as well as when you get just to the north here of Nye County on the northern fringe, seeing some rain as well as some occasional lightning in Nye County. And then further up to the north, closer to the border into Lander, Eureka County as well. And then also sometimes closer to Pershing, Churchill County. I can rule out a few showers and thunderstorms there, especially on the eastern fringe of those counties. And then into Lyon County, starting to see a couple cells there as well. And Washoe County right now, for the most part, it's pretty quiet, but we did see some showers earlier, so can't rule it out. And then around Lake Tahoe every now and again, we're picking up on some showers and thunderstorms too. The time right now is about 12:35. Pretty quiet right now around Lake Tahoe, but we did see some activity earlier, so again, can't rule it out. But in Reno itself, we do have some cloud cover, but it does look like it's starting to break apart a little bit, so it's not completely overcast, but we still have a good amount of cloud cover to work with. And the cloud cover is really going to influence the thunderstorms that happen today. If we see more sunshine, that will be more food to get them going, and they'll be stronger. We're starting to erode some of the cloud cover, but we still have a good amount. Notice where we don't have as much cloud cover. That would be further south into Douglas County, around Carson City, Story County. So if we get any storms to develop there, they'll probably be stronger. And still a good amount of cloud cover anywhere from Humboldt County and then further south and then into Lander, Eureka County, Nye County. We are seeing some breaks in the clouds, so we have enough to at least get some showers going, but in terms of the strength of the thunderstorms, they're not as strong as they could be if we had a lot of sunshine. But what we do have a lot of is moisture, and so this here shows the water vapor. In green would be more water vapor to work with. That's also could be where the clouds are taller too, but you can see a lot of lightning further south there. Up to the north in green, that still is a good amount of water vapor, and this is taken from the higher levels of the atmosphere. Again, what we also need is food for the thunderstorms with heat. Notice we don't have an enormous amount, but we do have some, and so that's why we can't rule out some thunderstorms to develop throughout the day. But in terms of the cloud cover, again, it's really kind of limiting how strong our thunderstorms could be, especially further north. What we have plenty of moisture, and this here shows the moisture track. In green would be a good amount, and brown would be drier air, and drier air will already start to move in tonight into tomorrow morning. So we have the moisture. We also have an area area of low pressure overhead, and that's going to move further south on Friday. But what an upper level low does is it changes basically the temperature profile. So now we have cooler air aloft, we have warmer air at the surface, and that allows for unsettled air, makes it easier for the air to rise, and so a lot of it depends on, though, if we can erode the cap. So, but it does look like with the low moving in, that keeps us at least unsettled somewhat. I mean, we're not unstable as we could be because of the clouds, but that low does provide us with cooler air aloft, and so typically that keeps the air unsettled, but because of the clouds we're not as unstable as we could be, if that makes sense. So if we had full sunshine, that low would help to make us more unstable, but because we have clouds, that temperature profile isn't going to be as drastic. By Friday, though, high pressure is going to start to build in, and that will dry us out. And the low will still be meandering about. It gets cut off from the jet stream and kind of hangs out further south on Friday and over the weekend. And some of these areas further south could still see a few showers and storms here, at least through the first half of the weekend because of the low. Another low moves in for the north next week. So here's a look at your futurecast here. By 4 p.m. we're going to be seeing some stronger cells start to develop. That would be mainly south of Highway 50, also into the Basin and Range, but in Reno again it's a close call. We still have a 20% chance. We've already received some rain earlier today, and then overnight we're going to clear out, so drier air starts to move in, and then over the weekend it does look to be nice, at least in Reno on Saturday. Here's a look at how much rainfall we could receive. This is for Thursday through Saturday. Further south, that's where we could see higher rain totals. Some spots and localized areas could even see over an inch of rain, and then much less rainfall is expected further north. In Reno itself, in general, looks to be fairly light, but if you get underneath a strong thunderstorm, it could be higher. Again, cloud cover limiting our rain potential. So this is a model. This shows future rainfall here. Notice this one is depicting further south. To get higher rainfall totals in Reno, we still have a 20% chance, but it kind of paints a picture where we'll see the most rain. That's mainly further south and then also into the Basin and Range. So as far as your 7-day forecast here and what we're expecting, 20% chance today in the Reno area, 30% chance today in Carson City, and about 40% chance today around Lake Tahoe, 60% chance further south. Tomorrow, though, it will be much quieter, high of 84, and then more active weather comes into the forecast next week, even only a high of 72 degrees on Monday. So it will feel more fall-like next week with a chance for rain. Thank you so much for logging on, and have a great day.